Have you ever stopped to consider the concept of tithing and its place in our modern world? Tithing, the practice of giving a tenth of your income to your church or charitable organization, is often a subject of debate and uncertainty. Some view it as an outdated practice, irrelevant in today's complex financial landscape. Others see it as a fundamental principle of faith, a tangible way to express gratitude and obedience to God. In a world driven by materialism, the idea of parting with a portion of our hard-earned income can seem counterintuitive. Yet, amidst the noise and demands of modern life, the principle of tithing stands as a timeless reminder of our dependence on something greater than ourselves. Tithing invites us to shift our perspective from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. When we tithe, we are making a conscious decision to put God first in our lives, trusting that He will provide for our needs. By choosing to give back a portion of what we have received, we open ourselves up to the possibility of experiencing God's blessings in new and unexpected ways. Tithing is not merely a financial transaction, it is an act of worship, a tangible expression of our love and devotion to God. When we tithe, we are acknowledging that He is the ultimate provider and that we are merely stewards of His resources. This understanding transforms giving from a burdensome obligation into a joyful privilege. The concept of tithing is deeply rooted in Scripture, dating back to the Old Testament. In the book of Leviticus, God instructs the Israelites to give a tenth of their produce and livestock to the Levites, who were responsible for the upkeep of the tabernacle and the spiritual well-being of the people. While the specific context of tithing in the Old Testament may differ from our own, the underlying principle remains relevant. Tithing is a tangible way to participate in God's work and to support the mission of the church. In today's culture, there are many misconceptions and concerns surrounding the practice of tithing. Some argue that tithing was an Old Testament law that is no longer applicable to Christians. However, it is important to note that the principle of tithing predates the Mosaic Law. In Genesis 14, long before the law was given, Abraham tithed from the spoils of war to Melchizedek, the priest of God Most High. Jesus, in the New Testament, affirmed the importance of tithing while also emphasizing the greater principles of justice, mercy, and faithfulness. Another common concern is that tithing is only for the wealthy. People may wonder how they can possibly afford to give 10% when they are struggling to make ends meet. It is crucial to remember that God does not require us to give what we do not have. Tithing is a matter of the heart, not a legalistic requirement. To fully grasp the significance of tithing, we must delve into its biblical roots. The concept of tithing is woven throughout Scripture, revealing its importance in the lives of God's people. From the patriarchs of the Old Testament to the early church in the New Testament, tithing has been a consistent theme, demonstrating its enduring relevance. In the book of Genesis, we encounter Abraham, the father of faith, who tithed a tenth of all his possessions to Melchizedek, the king of Salem and priest of God Most High. This act of giving was a recognition of Melchizedek's authority as a priest, and a demonstration of Abraham's gratitude to God for his protection and provision. The prophet Malachi addressed the issue of tithing when the Israelites became lax in their giving. Throughout history, countless individuals have experienced the transformative power of tithing in their own lives. One such example is William Colgate, the founder of the Colgate-Palmolive Company. Colgate's story is a testament to the faithfulness of God and the blessings that come from honoring Him with our finances. From a young age, Colgate was taught the importance of tithing. As a young man, he made a commitment to give a tenth of his income to God, and he remained faithful to that commitment throughout his life, even as his wealth grew exponentially. Colgate believed that his success in business was a direct result of his obedience to God in the area of giving. Colgate's life and legacy serve as an inspiration to us all. The beauty of tithing lies not in its legalistic observance, but in the transformation it ignites within our hearts. It's about aligning our priorities with God's, acknowledging His sovereignty over every aspect of our lives, including our finances. Spiritually, tithing cultivates a deep sense of gratitude. As we acknowledge God as the source of all blessings, our hearts overflow with thankfulness for His provision. This gratitude, in turn, fosters contentment and frees us from the grip of materialism, allowing us to experience true joy and fulfillment. Moreover, tithing strengthens our faith. Stepping out in obedience, especially when facing financial constraints, requires trust in God's faithfulness. Practically, tithing instills financial discipline. Setting aside a portion of our income for God requires intentionality and planning. What are your thoughts on tithing? Share your insights in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring content on faith and finances.